Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the cockpit.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we start week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They run again with Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Watson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's not going anywhere to start tonight. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that will extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Eagles at 7-3 now on the year. And they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 44, Watson, a quick throw, but incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. Finds Roberts left side. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another first down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front
They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll roll him out right. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Watson's throw pulled in by Kittle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Watson. But able to hold it in is Kittle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! George Killem, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they... He's got a man complete! And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And that's how you start a drive because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback
and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Watson, off play action. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to throw, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game. And now it brings up 4th down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Watson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Watson looks to throw again. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. Touchdown, Eagles. George Kittle, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Dancing away at the 35. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kareem Hunt. 77 yards. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
Mahomes will throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 31, Watson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And looking for Killem, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Tackled on the play by Tariq Castro-Fields. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Watch out for Hill on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They go play fake. Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run, let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Watson. Got a man here. It's Roberts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Roberts got it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with.
He's got a man complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 62 yards. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. There's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Good solid gain on 1st down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. Yeah, he's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Fournette. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75.
And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Dolphins 23.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, and able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the fourth quarter, a time you'd think they'd be running the football. They're still tossing it around and having great success, and it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 61 yards on the ground now for Hunt. It'll be a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Again, Watson to keep it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Watson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by a Killem Witherspoon.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On the counter, Hunt. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Watson on 3rd down.
He finds Kittle going across the field.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as